Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Shane from Adventure and Things. Today we're going to do a little early review, just kind of show you my battery box setup for my kayak. So basically it's just a cheap Plano ammo can from Walmart. And what I did is inside is two of these 12-volt batteries. These are for like the little scooters or little power wheel guys or whatever. So I got two of these, one on top of each other. See nice purple tape. That's just to keep the wires in place because they were, as I push them in and get them tight, sometimes they'd pop their little clip off. So what I did is took some wire, put a little clip on it. They just got the little prong clip, slide it over it, set those in there, and then you see the little block here. This is just foam that I taped up, and then I have another little block that I just put on top and I close it so they don't shift around everywhere. And then they come out. I got two little grommets. Kind of keep it a little watertight. I'm not too worried about it being watertight, but you know, if I can keep the moisture out of it, it's great. Each of the batteries are fused, so they are 7 amp hour batteries. I think I got like a, I don't remember what I put in, a 7.5 or a 10 amp fuse, just in case it shorts out. It'll blow that instead of taking out my lights or my the Striker 4 Garmin. On the ends, I just use these little guys. They come together. I just cut them in two. Splice them together, as you can see. Splice. One's longer than the other, so I can tell what battery is the top, what battery is the bottom. I spliced them, and then also I put a little heat shrink. Just try to keep some of the corrosion out of everything. So they do have little caps on them. A little cap off, and there you go. Now, one thing you do have to remember if you do use these for anything, the positive and the negative. So on this one, actually these are both the same, but your positive is covered, your negative isn't. On some of them it's the other way around. So I did notice one of these I had in here was like that, and I can't hook the charger up. So on this one, you can see here, this one has the charger plugged into it. Again, the tape is just to hold the wires together. It's not, I didn't spin the wires together and just put tape on them. They are just spliced and heat shrink and everything, but I just put that on there to make it more rigid. But I can just plug them in and charge them up. So I did notice, I think it was the bottom one that was backwards. So I just switched it on the battery so I plug in. So just double check that, because if not, you'll be going positive to the ground and ground to positive, and no bueno. So that's it. Very simple. They do say not to charge with it sealed. I'm guessing for the releasing of the gases and everything. I've thought about putting a little check valve in the top, but I don't know. But I just do that. Charges up if any gases come out. I'm not exactly sure how long the batteries take to charge, because the little charger I bought is just a cheap charger for these batteries. There's no LED or anything on it. So on the batteries it does say standby is in the 13 volts, and fully charged for actual usage is in the 14 volts. So I'll charge them up, and hopefully it gets up in the 14 volts, and then I'll call it good. If it stays in 13 and it's been charging for a few hours, then oh well, it'll be 13 volts, right? So I will take you in and show you the kayak. Actually, I'm gonna bring the kayak out here, and I will put this in and show you how it fits. So okay, so this is the Eagle Talon kayak that I got from Dick's. I'll be taking it out tomorrow, do a little fishing, so we'll be filming that too. So the battery box I was telling you about comes off. This is one cable for fish finder that sits up there. Battery box. So the battery box literally just sits in here, pushes in under that, wedges in. That's it. And then I got the cords, connectors, connect together, sends power here. So I do have lights inside. You can see the red one there. Still putting those in. And then over here is the mount for the Garmin. Which one is it? The Garmin Striker 4. And then the plugs that go in behind it. And then over here I got 2 waterproof switches that will go in for the lights on the inside, and that will also go in for the lights on the outside. So I got blue lights that will go underwater, mainly for saltwater fishing or clear water fishing at night, so I can see in the water, or a little bait fish. I don't know, it just looks kind of cool too. But yeah, anyways, that's the boat. Be going over it more tomorrow, and a lot more to come. Got a bunch of camera mounts, stuff like that on order. I haven't got it yet, so we'll see how that all plays out with holding the GoPro and the phone and everything else. But so yeah, that's the little battery box, plugs in. It's kind of cool, little do-it-yourself project. It'll work for now, and it kind of adds, it doesn't really add too much weight, it's not that heavy, but it adds it up front, so it'll help cut through the water a little bit. So but alright guys, so next video probably come in a couple days, out fishing in Tenor Rock, and hopefully catch some fish. See ya.